Hello, family. I'm just trying to share the live. Hopefully, my kids don't wake up. If we can share the live, invite our cosmic family. So, today, was it today or yesterday? I was like, thinking, pondering on the terms of terrestrial and extraterrestrial. And then something just came in and said, nobody's terrestrial and extraterrestrial anymore. Everybody's cosmic. So now we're all cosmic beings. And we should have always been, because we live in the cosmos, right? You think it'd be common sense. But again, the words were just used to separate us from our source, from divinity, from our ancestors and our brothers and sisters out there. But yeah, so welcome, cosmic family. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into it. Fascicule 16. I'm in my room, so I'll be holding the phone like this. Let me put it on Do Not Disturb. Give me a second. And we are on. Greetings, cosmic family. Greetings. Hey, Shaima. All right. Message from the center above the center. So this is 1986, 4th month, Fascicule 16. Message from the center above the center. Our friends. In everything, there is an expansion from the center outwards. So visualize that. In everything, there is an expansion from the center outwards. If you drop a pebble into the water, right? The expansion starts from the center and then it ripples outwards. It is the same with the universe too. The closer you are to the center, the more you benefit from the influence of that center, right? So our incarnation rings are spread out. So we come from the center and then we go outwards. But our returning back to the center is the period of resurrecting, right? So as we're returning back to the center, the source, we're shedding all the dense layers and we have to be matching the frequency of the center in order to merge with the center, right? This is the resurrecting. So it says, the closer you are to the center, the more you benefit from the influence of that center. You see the rings around a stone thrown in the water. Literally just said that. But you cannot see the rings reaching the shore. But those rings are not lost. They are there. You cannot see them due to the insufficiency of the bodily capacity in the real realm, right? So as we are further away from the center, we lose powers. Hence, we have amnesia. In fact, you cannot deny the things you do not see and you do not know, right? That's the problems with humanity, right? We deny what we don't know and what we cannot see, right? Or we put fear there so that we no longer explore it. If you keep a cup of water for a long time, some sediment forms at the final ring of the water zone as a result of evaporation. This too is an example of expanding from the center outwards. Hi, Missy. The last wave hitting the shore will follow a course towards the bottom, that is, towards the center, after the obstacle it encounters, right? So when the wave ripples out from the center and it hits the end, it ripples back into the center. So ultimately, the last ring will unify at the center and will continue to expand upwards again, like the waves of the sea. Nothing comes into existence from the non-existence, and a thing that exists never becomes non-existence. Since the boundaries of the realms have not been exactly determined yet, we will know a lot more unknowns. You will obtain this by your brain waves hitting universal radars. Time and place are relative. That which exists is you. Okay? Be it either in the world or in Jupiter or in Altona or in the solar system unknown to you, to whichever distance you send your thought arrow, the center that your arrow strikes will always answer you. Listen to that. Be either in the world or in Jupiter or in Altona or in a solar system unknown to you, to which distance you send your thought arrow, right? Your brain energy, the center that your arrow strikes will always answer you. If that is not hope and faith, I don't know what else. If you can find the final boundary of your evolvement, your capacity limit, you will return back from the knowledge you know and will unify at the essence knowledge of the center, and you will attain the almighty consciousness. Okay? Then you can expand your rings from that point until the supreme time that begins beyond timelessness. Through these repeating actions, one reaches the supreme time by passing through universes, one inside the other. They keep telling us that our universes are inside the other. It's all inside the other. There are rings inside the rings. The supreme time is a station that the thought transcending itself reaches. Here, there is tranquility that is not seen, not felt. Okay? There are unknown, unfelt vibrations sent to you from this silent, tranquil time, the action of which is not felt. They reinforce your atomic whole. Hi, everyone. Hi, L Beach 78. Thank you for being here. This is all this talked about is our returning back to the center, the source, the supreme energy. This divine order has such a supreme equilibrium that situations that present danger get back in order by themselves. This is a natural circulation system. In fact, the greatest danger is being unable to attain the truth and consciousness. That message was from Center Above the Center. Hi, Theo. Transformation. Our friends. Oh, Theo, so I decided that I'm going to use the counselor in the States, her contact, to put on the flyer. That way we don't have to deal with book sales or any of that, and they can just connect to the source in the USA, and then you don't have to go get a number if it's not needed. She will handle all the questions, right? I don't know. We can put like our social media on there too in case they want to contact us, and whatever. Transformation, our friends. No matter from which dimension energy you are, whether your initial existence has been on your planet or in other solar systems, you are always subject to a process of evolution. You did? You got your clothes? These evolutions always present a different tableau in accordance with their mediums in each dimension energy. Since each dimension has separate energies, you can never pass from one dimension to another dimension unless you are prepared. It's all good. Okay, so you cannot pass from one dimension to the other dimension unless you are prepared. So in this period that we're in, that's why we're getting all the cosmic rays to habituate us to the higher dimensions that we're about to tap into. So where was I? As we mentioned before, the phenomenon you call death does not exist. Each cell of yours is a soul, is an essence. These cells are embodied in the medium to which they belong after coming to evolutionary dimensions and after they are adapted to the energy of that dimension. So each cell of yours is a soul. You're a million. Each cell of yours is a soul. This is why the book literally talks about infinite tolerance and infinite love and infinite humility. How humbling is it that you thank your body? How humbling is it that you take care of your body because you understand that they're conscious beings that are united to capsulate you on this planet? How divine is that? How humbling is that you thank all that exists to make you, be embodied here? In the archives here, there are your cell envelopes prepared according to your evolution tableau. If you are a missionary from another universe or solar system, you are incarnated on your planet by taking off one by one your 7 subtle bodies. However, your brain energy channels go through a pause in the roll time process. We call this state the programming of the missionary. If a person who performs world mission can convey his or her thought frequency together with his or her evolvement up to the plan to which she or he belongs, only then is his or her genuine mission, quote, opened. So your thought frequency and your evolvement must align, right, to the plan to which you belong. So whatever it is that you're supposed to do, only then is your genuine mission, quote, opened. During the process of this mission, in order to pass to more advanced dimensions, she or he receives assistance from the mechanism of influences by making contact with his or her cellular body that has been habituated to each dimension energy. Okay, so during this process of this mission, in order to pass to more advanced dimensions, you receive assistance from the mechanism of influence. Now, the mechanism of influence is basically just habituate you and engraft you, gives you the cell regeneration that you need in order for you to tap into a higher dimension by making contact with his or her cellular body that has been habituated to each dimension energy. Let me see, postal. If an energy who came into existence in the world plan has reached the final boundary, she's gonna fall off the bed for that. Okay. If an energy who came into existence in the world plan has reached the final boundary energy of your planet, then she or he is taken into the evolution of other plans. The final boundary gate of this medium is Karina. So when we evolve, right, and then we no longer can live on this planet because we have basically grown out of it, right? And we have reached Karina. Karina is the exit point of this 3D world, which will be the fourth dimension. Then we are habituated to enter that dimension. Beyond Karina is a medium of immortality. In Karina, which is also known as heaven, you become a pure energy in the eye of your essence. You cannot pass through the gate of Karina with the energy of the body to which you belong. Passing through this boundary is a matter of permission. Your cellular energy beyond Karina is transformed into an incombustible type of energy. So after Karina, we are made into an incombustible type of energy. Isn't this nice? Like, isn't this nice that it's so laid out? Like, it's the truth. It's the truth that we've been shielded from all this while. Like, it's just like, I don't know. It's just beautiful. This means that you are taken from the energy of 7 terrestrial layers to the energy of 7 celestial layers by being beamed. Only then can you receive the knowledge of other dimensions. We call the procedure transformation. Okay, the truth is awesome. During this transformation, only the spiritual potential power reinforces you from the energy of the medium to which it belongs. In each medium you will go, there are powers to assist you. Let us explain the subject of transformation a little more. Transformation is nothing but the transfer of a body to another body. So there is no death. Each body belongs to you. You cannot pass to another body. This means that we have bodies that exist on all the dimensions. And the bodies of those dimensions are of higher frequency as it goes up. So in order for us to get beamed into a body on a higher dimension, we, on this dimension here, have to match that dimension energy up there. Then we can be beamed into that body. Okay? So because your cells become embodied one by one in each dimensional energy and get in contact with your energy that is within the spiritual plan, and by this means you are given a mission according to your place in the evolutionary tableau. You can go out of the planet to which you belong only by your body into which you are transferred by cellular beaming. This constitutes your incarnation rings. Your incarnation boundary is the energy of the 7 terrestrial layers. Beyond this, at the station called Karina, the process of embodiment in a different energy medium occurs by permission. In each dimensional energy, you are subject to both spiritual and cellular transformation and cleansing. Okay? If genuine consciousness is not gained, this creates a bewilderment in some of you. In fact, you are being transferred to yourself. So what is there to fear if you're being transferred to yourself? For from your initial existence until now, you have been made to be embodied in accordance with your frequency transfers in the time period in which you have evolved. Your cell envelopes are kept frozen in the archives here to be embodied. You make your astral journeys by being transferred to your other bodies. Oh, my body must be waiting because let us repeat. Let us repeat. The energy medium beyond Karina is a medium of immortality. This boundary continues up to the boundary of 7 celestial layers. So we understand this, right? We understand that we go through 7 incarnations. That is our 7 terrestrial bodies. Then after Karina, we have to go through 7 celestials. Beyond the boundary, there are mediums still unknown, and here the energies of different dimensions also become subject to energy transformation. This means that 7 terrestrial layers is the boundary of incarnation. 7 celestial layers is the boundary of immortality. Hi. Hi, Mash. So beyond this boundary, a different type of energy and constancy form. The boundary of life here is transformed to numerous universes, and after this station, you belong to yourself. Here, there is neither incarnation nor immortality. By this creative energy, you become almighty over all. However, do not forget that this place is not a stop either. So after 7 terrestrial, 7 celestial, you overcome immortality, right? Because immortality goes through the 7. You have to achieve immortality through the 7 celestial, right? But then after that, it says by this creative energy. So here there is neither incarnation nor immortality. After that, by this creative energy, you become almighty over all. However, do not forget that this place is not a stop either. So they're saying that you can keep evolving and keep mastering and keep, for now, we presume that this much knowledge is enough. Broadcast transmitted from the realm of angels center. Absolute time and relativity. So absolute time dash relativity. Let me make sure I didn't skip a page. Okay. Our friends, there is no absoluteness in the process of transformation prevailing in the entire universe. Okay. So there is no absoluteness, like, this is it and that is it. There is no absoluteness in the process of transformation prevailing in the entire universe. Absolute time is the moment you are in. At each breath you take. Apart from this, everything else is relative. Relativity is a shift of time that attracts your vision and consciousness to different dimensions. You attain each consciousness within relativity. Apart from this, the process of life is determined by your moments of thought. You live, remember, everything is perception. You live, exist, and pass away by the powers you receive from the energetic fields up to which your thoughts can reach. So just imagine meditating and going into deep meditation. Like, deep meditation can take a while to fully lose yourself in the physical, and then really, really go up. But just imagine that your thought frequency can reach beyond certain dimensions. So you live, you exist, and you pass away by the powers you receive from the energetic fields up to which your thoughts can reach. So while we're here, we can literally be tapped into the highest possible dimension that our thought can reach, depending on our perseverance, right? But again, this is a period of social solidarity. So it's not about individual fanaticism. It's not about, oh, I'm able to tap into that dimension. It's about unity, right? It's about unified awakening. It's about universal unification. Thank you, Maj. If you accept your passing away as an end, you are mistaken, because passing away means rebirth, right? Like we talked about it last time. If you go through a door, you exit one door, but you instantly enter a different space. It does not wait a second. The moment you're out one, you're in one. So death is a rebirth, right? This birth occurs in a dimension medium you have gained. And beyond there, you can elevate yourself to higher steps and rise to supremacy by developing your evolvement levels, like your sages, your prophets, and your saints. This tableau is arising from the world plan, the plan of destiny of the energies who have come into Sorry. The plan of destiny of the energies who have come into existence in the raw dimension was prepared thus. You attain the truth in the medium of immortality beyond the gates of Karina, and only then do you live by your genuine aspect. The very genuine existence is this. This is knowledge center. And we know knowledge is the creator. So they're telling us all the steps that we need to take to ascend, to be able to live into higher dimensions, to be able to evolve, right? They're telling us, hey, it's like this. And then after that is like that. So now you knowing this, you knowing the steps, right? You can cast your thoughts there, because they say that when your thought energy is able to reach there, only then can you be able to be embodied there, right? But again, that requires purification. That requires an infinite love, infinite tolerance, infinite humility. That requires social solidarity. So that message was from the center. Our friends, it is not easy at all to reach the dimension of Karina. The benefit a human gets from the energy dimensions into which she or he has entered is equivalent to his or her evolvement. So based on your evolvement, you tap into that energy where you have evolved to. Energies are also transformed together with the changing universes. Dimensions into which you will enter by your evolvement provide this transformation. You can never enter the dimension you want by your own desires and your own endeavors. Each dimension has fields of supervision prior to its entrance. There, your energies are kept under great supervision by protective powers, because again, you don't want your brain fuse to blow, right? So like they call it the law of graduation. So you have to be habituated to it, right? So even though you're able to rise to a certain dimension, before you're allowed to enter into that dimension, you only rise to the gate of it before you're able to allow in there. The protective powers, right, have to assess you and be like, is this person really ready? What do they need? And then they will give you the necessary influences, which are like the cosmic rays, right? And they'll habituate you until you're fully able to adapt to that dimensional energy. So only when your evolvement passes the examination of being able to enter that dimension, then all your energy is transformed and converted into the incombustible energy type. And by this means, you can pass to that dimension easily. So when they keep talking about they going into space, I don't know where they're going. They don't have pure hearts, so I don't know where they're going. This conversion takes place both in your spiritual and bodily energy. Otherwise, you cannot reach up to here. Our friends, on your planet, our friends on your planet who can get in contact with such advanced dimension energies today are ancient incarnations, and they are missionaries, right? So we know that those that have incarnated several times have basically attained a lot of experience and have tapped into higher dimensions. So they're saying that our friends on your planet who can get in contact with such advanced dimension energies today are ancient incarnations, and they are missionaries. Apart from this, there are certain friends whom we contact directly by the special command of the center. That message was from the center. All right, now we're going to talk about Karina. We know Karina is heaven. And it's funny because when we were in the religious dimension, we thought heaven, that's it. Now they're no. Heaven is no. It's next school after earth. Karina is gate that you go through to enter way more things that you cannot finish entering. So Karina, years ago, before I was connected to the center and to my actual channel, I asked my dear Mustafa Mola. So this is Mevlana talking. Years ago, before I was connected to the center and to my actual channel, I asked my dear Mustafa Mola about Karina. The following message belongs to that time. Now we have channel connection to the preeminent spirit through a link system. Bulin Karak. Question. What is Karina? Where is it? Would you be so kind as to reply? Answer. The place mentioned is a place belonging to suns that are not connected here. You know that all the spirits go to numerous galaxies to complete their evolutions, and the spirits here are in a place in the third solar system, A gate has not been opened there yet. When the time comes, it will be opened. So the heaven gates have not been opened yet. Well, this was in 1986, I think. So, okay. They are beings that are beyond history, beyond universes. They have become transparent. That is, the more a human is charged with positive energy into more wakeful mediums, will she be taken by the powers that pull him or her up. Afterwards, they become so transparent through evolvement, beyond evolvement, that they become a light and a different kind of energy here. So we've seen the pictures of transparent beings. I think I have an example of one. Let me see if I can find it. It's not exactly like the best description, but it works for now. Did I pass it? No, 1 second. Okay, if I don't find it in the next, okay. Yeah, sort of. Okay. So, from then on, they each are a light made up of colors, far from matter. Only their eyes of essence are seen. They themselves are prismatic light. The supreme evolvement is not an evolvement that can enter to our sun. They cannot return even beyond 6 dimensions from their own dimensional mediums. So these beings that become transparent and become prismatic light, they cannot even come down to the 6th dimension. That's like too dense for them, because they have become history. When the order is established, they will get in touch with the evolved ones from time to time. Knowledge beyond knowledge, history beyond history are within their archives. Even the 7 sons do not know this knowledge. Maybe everything will change in time, my child, for the universal order is opening to unknown dimensions. That was from Mustafa Mola. Message given by the preeminent spirit. Supreme friend, by the command of the central system, we are obliged to convey to you the knowledge beyond the supreme time. We are the special guards of the supreme times beyond Karina. This place is the single focal point of all the universes and the transmission focal point of the spiral vibration. Boy. This is from the preeminent spirit that sent this message. So this is a place where I want to read it again. So, message given by the preeminent spirit. Supreme friend, by the command of the central system, we are obliged to convey to you knowledge beyond the supreme time. Beyond the supreme time, not knowledge at the supreme time, beyond the supreme time. We are the special guards of the supreme times beyond Karina. This place is the single focal point of all the universes. The focal point, okay? The central energy point of all the universes and the transmission focal point of the spiral vibration. So this is where the spiral vibrations are being transmitted from. The message you are receiving is being dictated by the preeminent spirit. All our gates are open to you, and we will give you the secrets of the entire cosmos. You can receive every knowledge. However, we will convey the knowledge to be dictated in the book in conformity with the level of the society you are in. Hi, Cooper. Now, knowledge from Karina will be given to you in a clear way. The supreme station of universal unification is Karina. Beyond this gate, supreme time gates open together with a down pointing triangle. Tranquil time is a relaxation medium in which thoughts calm down. Intensities are eliminated. All personal benefits and negativities cease to exist. So that's tranquil time. Those who earn the right to enter here in this tranquil time are habituated to the supreme time and its energy. There is neither UFO nor technology here. Did you hear that? there is like, yeah, like we're trying to like, see UFOs and like get out of space and fly in spaceships and go to other planets. They're telling you that there is neither UFOs or technology here. Like they're beyond that. Here, direct brain language speaks as it does at this moment, just as you speak to me now. This is a much more advanced dimension than the galaxies and orders you know and the mediums you do not know. Sages whom you call holy have passed through this gate. We do not get in contact directly with everyone. We do not hold everyone's hand. We are of assistance only to those who follow our Eunice, our Mevlana. Do not forget these words of ours. Even the universal friends who dictate the book cannot easily get in contact with us. They receive the knowledge from here and convey it to you. However, they cannot enter here. Entering here is the right of the supreme missionaries. So this is the place where the preeminent spirits are. When the assistance of the universal friends, all the saints and prophets have tried to sow, with the assistance of the universal friends, all the saints and prophets have tried to sow the seeds of the golden age until today. But now, you are the ones who will make those seeds take root and sprout. Do not ever forget this. You will see the good results both in the world and in here. Here is beyond Karina, the entrance gate of the first triangle of the supreme time, through which not everyone can enter.
I want the candy.
Beyond here, the entrance gates of the second universe begin. Okay. Numerous supreme times carry a power far beyond the divine order. Religions of the Far East carry direct knowledge from Karina. The religions of the Far East, I believe they call them the Orange Sect. Like the Buddhists and, the ones that like basically have mastered breathing techniques. In the first cross section of the triangle here, the knowledge of the 10 channels is present. Those who can digest this knowledge are taken here. It is not easy at all to receive this knowledge. You become pure light, a prismatic appearance in here. Purification through direct evolvement occur by this means. This pure light comes into existence by the power of the curves beyond spiral vibration. Beyond spiral vibration. For this very reason, spiral vibrations are projected from the gate of Karina to the uppointing triangles as divine waves. You receive your books, your knowledge from the order establishers of this focal point. I've been seeing spiral vortex when it's overcast outside. Oh yeah? 6 years now. I only see waves from the sun. That's the only thing I've seen so far. But I hear the spiral vibrations. It's like 1,000 high-pitched crickets or 1,000,000 high-pitched crickets that are in my ears all the time. You receive your books, your knowledge from the order establishers of this focal point. Now we have connected your essence channel to this focal point. The perpetuation of the order is under the governance of this focal point. The gate of Karina is a gate that opens to ascension. Each being is purified one by one when she or he arrives at this gate. Yeah, beyond the spiral. Like me even finding out about the spiral vibrations, like, oh my God. And then they're like, yeah, so there's a place that don't exist. And then the supreme time, like not your little time, but the supreme time also don't exist. And beings don't even have bodies. And thought frequency don't really exist. It just, just converges. It's like, what? Yeah. Okay, so where was I? The gate of Karina is a gate that opens to ascension. Each being is purified one by one when she or he arrives at this gate. Only then knowledge is given. You can receive the necessary knowledge from the gate, but you cannot pass through this gate. There are 3 conditions to pass here: infinite patience, infinite love, infinite tolerance. It is not easy at all to possess these three flowers. This gate is open only to those who hold these three flowers in their hands without letting them wither, because your hand that holds these flowers is a sun made of fire, right? So if our hands are made of fire, these flowers will wither. In order for these flowers to not wither, we have to be nurturing it by cooling our fire with infinite love, infinite tolerance, infinite humbleness. Beings who have gained these virtues have always prostrated themselves before the preeminent spirit. However, even in prostration, there is fear besides respect. A being is veiled in proportion with his or her fears. Okay? So your fears determine your degree of consciousness. Okay, so you are veiled in proportion with your fears. And this veiledness causes the gates in front of them to be closed. At the entrance gate of the supreme time, there is no fear, no evil intentions. There is full submission. And full submission that they're talking about is not like, oh, you get in front of like, can you be quiet for him? Can you not? Please, mommy's, yeah, thank you. This full submission that they're talking about, they're not talking about, oh, you're in front of these powerful beings and then you submit to them. No, they're talking about full submission to all that is existing, full submission to love, to tolerance, to patience, full submission to humanity, to all the creations, right? Full submission to the ground that you walk on, the nothingness and the allness all in one, right? That's what they're talking about. There is full submission. There's full submission. Let go of your fears. Like even today I had a thought. I did like a thing. What's that thing called? DMT, just one, because I can't go on the full trip, but I did one, and I was like, what is my worry? Why am I always so worried? What is it? Right? And then I was like, because you think you're in charge. The heck is wrong with you? The creator is in charge. Like, submit, surrender, let it go with the flow, right? Hi, Christine. But that's full submission. It's not like, oh, you're in front of a higher being. You're like, oh, I worship you. No, it's not that. It's to the all that exists, right? It's all the creation. Beings, it's servitude to humanity. Beings who are purified through religion Beings who are purified through religion cling to prayers so that they will not be harmed as they approach the gates unknown to them. This is because your fears have not been eliminated yet. You have not reached the boundary of submission yet, right? Submission is to understand that all events, everything that exists, everything that we go through is by the design of the creator. So it's not your job to battle it. It's your job to submit to it. You know what I mean? Prayers are essential to you until you reach here. So they're saying that when you get to those gates, prayers ain't gonna work. If you're afraid, you have fear in you, prayers ain't gonna work. You're supposed to overcome all of that before you get there. Okay? The frequencies of these prayers make you pass easily the purification examinations of the mediums to which you'll enter. When the final boundary is also transcended, only then can you come here. Okay? That was from the preeminent spirit, preeminent mother. Oh, that's cool, Macau. Knowledge about the Supreme Assembly. Our friends, dimensions are very powerful energy mediums. Each knowledge carries the power of the focal points to which it belongs. Your book you call the Quran was prepared in the 18th dimension and was dictated from the 9th dimension. For this reason, it carries more supreme knowledge than the other books. All your religious books have been projected on you from the 4 channels of the Supreme Assembly. 48 supreme ones are responsible for these 4 channels of the Supreme Assembly. So that means that there's 12, 12, 12 on each corner of the 4 channels, right? Each channel is under the responsibility of 12 supreme ones. 3 of these channels are responsible for the hierarchical order and are the supervisors of the divine mechanism. So that was 3 of the channels. That is, 36 supreme ones are responsible for this supervision. Only those who can pass through this triple supervision can get in touch with the 12 supreme ones of the fourth channel. Love and light. Okay? So you have to get through the 36 before you can get to the 12 supreme ones on the fourth channel. Okay? This is the entrance gate of the cube system. Here, religions are not valid. Okay, here, where was I? Here, you are equipped with genuine knowledge. Only the purified essence can receive this knowledge. Here. The far east section of your planet has gained the right to receive this knowledge. They're talking about the Far East religions, right? Now we have connected you to these channels. We are conveying this knowledge by the authority we have received from the central base. The dictated writings are being dictated through the direct brain energy channel. All done? They are out of the mechanical medium. The Far East is directly connected to the cube system. That is out of the taboo medium. You can tell the Far East. Okay, Komuna. Like if you look at the Far East and their practices, like the genuine practices, there's no superiority. Like the leader is always training the younger ones or the new ones to be just like them. They don't act like, I'm in charge or whatever. All the teachings is for them to attain that same knowledge that they have, that same calmness, that same tolerance, that same infinite love with nature and all the stuff that they have. Muna, can you change the short leg lady?
I have my diaper piece.
Okay, please. And don't make her disturb me for like 30 minutes.
What?
So the Far East is directly connected to the cube system that is out of the taboo. The taboo medium. The knowledge received is the initial knowledge of the tablet of God's decrees. Direct contacts begin from here. Knowledge beyond this is the knowledge of the supreme times, and it is the genuine tablet of God's decrees. It is immutable. It is a direct order and a direct knowledge. This book of yours that is being dictated now is being dictated from this dimension. This was from the initial responsible one of the supreme time, a bodiless being, Sahura. Yo, can I tell a story of Sahura? Okay. February, I don't know if I already said this, but if I did, I'm sorry. February 25th, I believe, I was meditating. And then my thoughts just went somewhere. I don't know. It just kept going. And as I passed, somebody mentioned in my ear, Zahutra. I heard Zahutra. So I came out and I wrote it down on like my phone. I still have it in my notes because notes will keep the date, right? So one day, somewhere in March, I had reached this place in my writing, this exact place in my writing. And as I was writing, something said, go back to that note that you kept on February 25th. So I went back to the note that I kept and I'm like, Zahutra. I'm like, who is Zahutra? Holy, like, it'd be not like Zahutra. Did I even hear it right? Like Zahutra. Like I Googled, I couldn't find anything relating to that. But then, so this was before I started writing this particular page. So I looked that up and then I started writing this particular page. And then when I got to the bottom and I was reading the initials, it said the initial responsible one of the supreme time, bodiless being Zahura. And I was like, oh, my heart. I did a happy dance, a Hopi dance, whatever. And I was like, but yeah, that's what happened. So I heard that name in meditation one time. So, okay, sorry. The operational ordinance of the Supreme Council, this is another message, is the base of the pyramid. This is a diagram. So, the operational ordinance of the Supreme Council is the base of the pyramid. This is a diagram. Let me see if I can show you the diagram. Hi, Providence. Bro, my thing is not doing that thing anymore. Oh, there we go. Sorry. So this is the base, right, of the pyramid, and it says the operational ordinance of the Supreme Council is the base of the pyramid. Okay. All right. Please draw a pyramid. Numerate the base triangles. Does anyone know how to flip the camera so you guys could be looking as I read? No? No help? No? Enhance. No, I don't know how to do it. I'm sorry. Please draw a pyramid. Numerate the base, or perhaps I could just, hopefully I don't, it's not working. Because I can't see, I don't know if it's going to be on properly. Numerate the base triangles from 1 to 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see? Are we good? The star at the peak of the pyramid is the responsible one for the almighty energy that establishes the law of the almighty, the absolute. Okay? The star is responsible for the order from O to the power of 1. Okay? So is a responsible one. So this is a being. The star is a being that makes sure that the order from O to the power of 1, which is the almighty, the absolute, is projected. Okay? The O to the power of 1 above that, oops, am I moving it? Above that is the almighty, the absolute. The code of the energy focal point of the name Allah is 147. The explanation of this will be made later. The triangle numbered 1 to 2 to 3 are the base of the pyramid work in the triple order. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. You guys are not helping. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm home. So that's what happens when I'm home. You guys want me to continue another time? I don't mind. Because I don't like it. You want what? You want to draw? But you have 6 siblings in the living room that you can ask for colors. Yeah, ask Muna. Muna knows where the colors are. Go ask Muna. Okay, so you're going to say, Manaya, can I please get a crayon to draw? That's what you're going to say. Okay? Okay. Yeah, I'm funny? Yeah. Yes, it's funny. She said I'm funny. She said she wants to draw. Okay. All right, I'll continue then. All right, so the triangle numbered 1, 2, 3 are the base of the pyramid work in triple order. Call Muna for me. Call Muna. Or you want to use... No, if I give you my pen, you're going to break it. Call Muna.
She don't take my pen. Hatia, come and take.
Ibrahim. Can you please give her some colors?
Hatia,
These 3 triangles makes transmissions from the 18th dimension. Afterwards, it is passed to the 19th dimension. So, sorry, hold on. Okay. So these 3 triangles, 1, 2, 3, the shaded ones. Can you see? All right. So these 3 triangles make transmissions from the 18th dimension. Afterwards, it is passed to the 19th dimension. 19 is the gate of the cube system. Direct contact with the almighty focal point begins after this. Okay? The characteristics of number 19 is this. Now add up. Let me come up. Now add up the number 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. The cube system is the knowledge of 10 channels. Remember, this is one part of the cube. If another one, this is the triangle projecting downwards, right? If the other triangle projecting upwards, it will form the cube. The 12 supreme ones in the first channel receive the channel knowledge directly from O to the power of 1. Okay? They distribute this 3-channel knowledge through 3 branches. Now add up the number 12. 1 plus 2 equals 3. This is the 3-channel knowledge. 2. The 12 supreme ones in the first channel unite with the 12 supreme ones in the second channel. 12 plus 12 equals 24. 24 supreme ones work collectively. Add up the number 24. 2 plus 4 equals 6. They distribute the 3-channel knowledge through 6 branches. Okay? 3. The third channel unifies the first and the second channel. That is 12 plus 12 plus 12 equals 36. Supreme ones work collectively. Add up the number 3 plus 6 equals 9. They distribute 3-channel knowledge through 9 branches. First, second, third channels work collectively in the hierarchical order, divine order. In hierarchical order. Divine order and your religious suggestions are projected on you by this means. 4. In the fourth channel, okay, in the fourth channel, all the channels work collectively. That is 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 equals 48. Supreme ones from the Supreme Assembly. Add up the number 4 plus 8 equals 12. These 12 ones in the fourth triangle are the actual staff members of the cube system. They are the focal projectors of the divine order as the actual staff members of the Supreme Assembly. They project the plan through the universal 4 channels.
Dad, you get me.
Okay, now I'm going to shrink myself.
You get me.
Sorry, let me find a picture. So this is how message is transferred to all the universes, not just us alone, but like all the universes, right? So from O to the power of 1, the absolute, to the responsible one that is beneath O, right? And then to the channels. And each channel, each side of the triangle, the pyramid, has 12 supreme ones in each corner. And they all work collectively, but they then send the information to the necessary places that it needs to be sent. These are the responsible ones. What are they called? The Supreme Council. Okay. So the operational system of the Supreme Assembly that we have mentioned in former fascicules has been shown as an up-pointing pyramid for you to comprehend, and how the divine order,
Mom.
how the religious book